Come on, come all, and welcome to Big Blue Sandwiches. Tonight, the grand opening of our new shop. Problem is, Maggie, we still got to create a menu.
We do, and luckily we do have some ingredients, so you might see us making sandwiches as we do this. But I feel like we can get this done, and of course we have to involve Big Blue Nation in our sandwich shop, so I think we should get started, right? Jump right in?
Yes, chef. Yes, chef. I agree. Now, I know just the place to start. Malachi Moreno, one of the biggest athletes on campus, not only in terms of his physical presence, but also the expectations going into next season. As a freshman, remember, he started 30 games with 6.3 rebounds, 1.8 blocks, and 7.8 points per game. A solid start, but as a sophomore, he needs to add the sauce, the je ne sais quoi to his game. That means more built-in post-up and extending his offensive game outside the paint as he looks to help Kentucky break through next season.
We made the tournament, so it was pretty successful from what people thought we were going to do, in early January. So, but we didn't accomplish what we wanted. And I think that's just going to sit in the back of my mind as I go through this 8-week course. And as we go into next season I'm going back, I'm going to win. And you're going to have to come with me.
Malachi getting a little more time in the oven, as did our sandwich, the Meatball Moreno, in all of its glory.
Are you a meatball sub guy? This was an option for me at the Big Blue Deli, but too messy, I think.
I'm not going to lie, I went through a meatball sub phase in college, and it spread, and everybody was eating meatball subs on the campus of Syracuse.
The eyebrows really add a lot here. Now let's go to UK volleyball as those Wildcats prepare for another season with sky-high expectations following a year where head coach Craig Skinner was constantly in the sky, selling tickets and promoting his program. But what more do you need to buy in ahead of this coming season other than Kentucky's trio of returning seniors, Brooklyn DeLay, Lizzie Carr, and Molly Tezzo, all of whom earned SEC honors last season. And in this day and age, it's not nothing to keep all three through the offseason.
Well, I think they're very competitive and very loyal people at the same time, and very giving of themselves to something bigger than just a game. And so if it was just wins and losses or external factors, then maybe they don't, but everything it's internal for them, and who they believe in and what they believe in and what's going to set them up for success in the future. And always appreciated their ability to make people around them better. And so it takes a lot of it gives us a lot of joy to see people like that excel at the highest level.
Brooklyn, Lizzie, Tezzo, much like a BLT. Kat's going to rely on a 3-ingredient sandwich. Now, there are ways you can spice up a BLT, right? A little mayo, add a slice of cheese, whatever. So the program is not, of course, going to only lean on the BLT. You got Morgan Gardy transferring in, Molly Brezowitz entering her senior year, and, of course, you bring back Cassie O'Brien as your setter. But that trio, your BLT core, going to be huge as the Cats go for their 10th straight SEC regular season title. So I think in their honor, I'll grab a little lettuce.
Please do that. Craig Skinner seems like he'd be a BLT guy as well.
With
you
mayo,
gotta
I
imagine.
think.
Now, we're going to stick with the fall theme. Game days at Kroger Field, not too far away. And while Will Stein is known as something of an offensive savant, he's picked up some big-time defensive pieces as well. That includes Jamarion Harkless. Frederick Douglass grad is listed at 346 pounds, which has earned him the nickname in the past of Pork Chop, but he's looking to cut down a bit and expand on his game inside Jay Bateman's defense. Here's where his nickname currently stands.
I think it's because I ate a lot of pork chop as a kid. That was my favorite. That was my favorite meat, I guess. So it used to be pork chop. Well, gladly they took the pork part out, and now it's just chop. So yeah, I think that's how that nickname ran with me.
So we're pulling the pork out of the nickname, hence the pulled pork chop sandwich. Harkless adding agility to his game that could not only make him a force in the run game, but potentially the pass rush as well.
Yeah, this one sounds amazing. A little pulled
looks
pork
amazing too,
chop.
I gotta say.
We'll take it. Okay, Nick Mangione in the throes of the portal right now, and good news, he's already kept a couple of big pieces. We've talked about it. Hudson Hot Brown going to hold down the lineup at the top of the order. The sophomore was sick throughout part of SEC play. He missed almost a full month, but you saw in Morgantown what this guy is capable of, including 2 long homers in the final game of that series. So it's a big deal to get him back in blue.
All right, I think we did a pretty good job. Full menu right there, Maggie. What are you ordering?
I mean, I got to go BLT. You know, I live and love for the volleyball team, but the green eggs and ham we didn't have time to talk about. Let's shout out Lonnie Green, track and field, getting ready to compete this week in the NCAA championships. chips.
It's got to be the pulled pork chop. Just looked absolutely immaculate. I was glad that we were able to make us some sandwiches here as well.
We
Lunch
got to
on the
get to
clock.
break so we can eat these sandwiches.
Yeah.
Check out the Big Blue Deli tomorrow. We'll see you right after this.